what is the law of attraction? You know, you hear about, oh, it's the law of attraction, it's the law of attraction, it's the law of attraction. You can say mental equivalence to as above, so below. You go, oh, these things. Now remember, these are words. And this applies to a particular realm or a particular reality. So what is the law of attraction, really, if you want to know what it is? It isn't just visualizing or seeing it. You have to become that. And actually what it is, say if you want loving relationships, then you want to take a look at where are your most loving relationships. What does that mean? And for most people, it's, they call them maybe loving relationships, but there's still domination and avoid domination going on. There's the control going on. I control you, or you control me, or I've got to control, and how people oftentimes control is through moodiness, through silence, through talking continuously, through, you know, any idea or thought you have put down immediately. So that's not that, so they can remain in control of what they believe and what they think. And actually, controlled people are not very patient either. You have to be patient, but they're not really patient because they got to have it going all the time. Got to make sure they monitor. And this law of attraction, then, let's do it in a different way, and maybe because people get caught up in these words, and it's very limiting because you get a little bit of that information. And yet they don't have the full story or the full realization. So if you want to have loving relationships, you have to be a loving person, and you want to practice on those you're with, because where else are you going to practice? Where else are you going to do it? And you check on where are the loving relationships in your life. And it could be just the dog, but why is it so special in one way? Because the dog always likes me. You know, or the cat loves me and I love the cat, so I could be who I am. But when you're dealing with people, you've got a lot of stuff going on, and it's really all in the mind. That's really where it's at. Beliefs, habits, patterns, what you did, what you should, the movies, all giving people the ideas and the beliefs of how humans really are, and how animals are, and the planet, and who's in power, who isn't in power. And you can see it's really basically a theatrical performance out there. And people playing parts and rules and all that. So to attract, it's actually when you are that fully who you are, naturally your world is beautiful because you are beautiful. And, you know, I coined that word, be you to the full, which is be beautiful. And you are beautiful when you're being you, but not your mind, not your thoughts, not your beliefs, not your misidentifying with the body. I'm white, I'm black, I'm yellow, I'm green, I'm a Republican, Democrat, Whig, Tory, atheist, believer. You know, all of these are just labels and labels and labels that also there's definitions for in your dictionary telling you what to think, what the rules are, what the meaning is, so we can all be on the same page. I'm not on the same page, because there's a page is somebody also in Congress, and there's pages in a book, really, that have information on them, and they're passing laws and rules and regulations, you know, pages. So how you attract, if you attract good fortune, you have to expect it. And you have to acknowledge all your good fortune right now. Well, I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I'm not here, and they're there, and they got more than I have, and all of these things. And so what are you attracting? You're attracting what you're believing, and what you're accepting, and what you're talking about, and what you're doing. So it isn't just, I'm going to attract, I've attracted, and people say, I remember one time I shared something, and they said, well, how could you attract that? Well, really? You're going to judge me and say I'm awful and bad because I attracted what you think is bad and not okay? But guess what? I also know, each of us at some level, whatever we bring into our lives, into our experience, it's your perception of it and how you're going to deal with it, how you're going to be with it. And when you can maintain your steady, continuing state of bliss, which is you without thinking, but it's you in the state of absolute knowing, and you stay centered, you don't let anybody or anything rock you. Because but you have to build that. And this is when they say the law of attraction. People say, I did my affirmation today once. Really? And your mind then the rest of the time is telling you, you're a loser. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. You say, I never had this. I know some people, the first thing you say, I ain't got no money. Okay, oh, right, okay, well, what's the next thing? Well, I know nobody loves me, or they took off again. And I used to be a creature of habit. Oh my gosh. All my basically almost past relationships with men and husbands and all that was it was my dad in one sense. I love my dad. And he was a bad husband, but I love great dad. It was always trying to do that. So you have to, whatever does come, you have to look at what is within me that is being outpictured in this experience, and how can I use it to empower myself in a way that is beneficial for all. Not me against you. It's not me and you against the world. No, I'm going to make the world a better place. What's wrong with the world? Nothing. Make your mind a better place. Make your consciousness a better place. Create your paradise right where you are within your inner world, and now you're self-satisfied, you see. And when you're self-satisfied, whatever's going on in the outer is not going on with you. So when you look at the law of attraction, it's just not some slight little thing. It's not, I don't know that you'd call it a law. I wouldn't call it a law, because the laws here are all man-made, no. And it also is if it's a law in the creation, it is not a law in you, because you are a creator and not the creation. The body is a creation, but your own self has a divine spiritual body. But if you don't know that, you don't actualize it, then you think you're going to die and lose your body. See, it's all this stuff. So they say, well, then you're going to attract that. Well, yes, you could say you attract it, but because it's your world, it's in your world. So wherever you go, it's, in a sense, your world, your consciousness, your mind, reflecting back to you, you see. And so that you can use it as a guide to make correction within yourself. And most people, we all make mistakes, because that's one of the ways sometimes we learn, but we don't need to use mistakes to learn, because there's endless numbers of mistakes you can make, so you want to, find out. And you don't use it to hate yourself. And then other people say, you made a mistake then. I bet you make a mistake now. Remember years ago, you can't handle money, and you can't do this, and you did this, and remember this year. And then the person's beat down. There's just nothing left but a weak noodle, limp noodle of just nothing, just beat up. And because I used to volunteer at a mental hospital in Camarillo for the children years ago. And also some of the drug and alcohol rehab stuff. And it's just a lot of beat down people. But the others aren't in there. They are out there beating up more people. So how do you protect yourself? And I don't even like that word, protect, no. Live your reality. So what you do, you have to become that. It's your state of being. It's what you do. It's how you operate. It's what you know and realize. And the stronger you become, your instant manifestations are empowering to yourself and others, because everybody is a manifester, and you can't help that. That's who you are. So you become that which you desire to be and how to function and to be. You have to have the consciousness. And consciousness includes knowledge and action, you see. And when you do that, all that is working against you and against others, in a sense, against life, are no longer in your world, because it's not who you are, you see. And if it does, or whatever comes or whatever, it's so cool because you're always balanced, you know, maintaining and centered. And it might knock you off our center, but you get back on again. And you don't have to hate. You don't have all these people, hate, 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 I hate. These people are suffering. They're suffering from their own mental illness. And they're killing that spirit of who they really are. They think the hate is good, and it's not the opposite of love. And fear is not the opposite of love. Do not believe that, because then you make fear equal to love, because everything in that real, no. Love is absolute, but love is not lust. You know, that's why it's not at all. Love is action and caring and empowering, because you enjoy the fullness of people. You recognize and celebrate uniqueness and originality and creativity, and how people grow within themselves independent of you, you see. When I told that video on why I disown my family, and I've talked about everybody, is I love you. I'm here for you. But you know, I'm not going to conform to what you think I need to do and how I need to be, so that I fit you and your people and what you're doing. I don't fit. But that love is greater than all, because I'm not trying to mold you into what I want so that I guarantee my future of whatever I think you have to do with it, when there is no future or past. It's all the now. So the power is in the now, you see. The law of attraction is not a law. And it's not a thing like you're like a magnet. Forget all about that. That's just stuff. Don't identify yourself as a computer, a magnet, anything inanimate. It's not you at all, and not even close at all. So, my dear one, be who you are. And in every situation, you have an opportunity to correct and to bring yourself into perfect harmony with nature, with yourself, with the true nature of all being. And then everywhere you walk is holy ground, because you're there.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good one. All right.
Cool.